Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Cassie Eubank, and I'd like to welcome all of my fellow Toastmasters. I'm very thrilled to be introducing Mark today. He's going to share a lot of great stuff with us today. In 2012, Mark Guy joined Toastmasters in Winter Haven, Florida, where he quickly became an active member and an officer in several Toastmaster clubs. He represented District 84 in the 2015 World Champion of Public Speaking in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's a frequent contributor and presenter at Toastmaster Leadership Institutes and annual conferences. As a professional speaker, his message focuses on body language and emotional intelligence for leaders. Please join me in welcoming Mark Guy.
Welcome, friends, Toastmasters. My name is Mark Guy, just like Cassie have said. This session is about body language. Are you in the right session, everyone?
Oh, yes.
Okay, just want to make sure because there's other competing sessions. I want to welcome you and thank you for coming over to share a few moments with me. But I want to ask for your help. Can I? Sure. Question? I don't want it to be where I'm here speaking, telling you all these great stories, maybe some humor in and out, but I'd like to have a conversation, a dialogue where everyone is involved. Would you help me with that?
Of course.
Yes.
And if you do not want to participate, that's okay too. You can just sit and look at us having a great time, and then tell you, which is okay too. So body language. What brought you here today to learn about body language that can help you in your life? Is there something that people are not understanding you correctly? Or is your body saying their own message? Or go ahead.
I don't know, at times I think evaluators, whether it's explicit or implicit, have said I've been kind of stiff. So I just kind of want to know to match what comes out of my mouth with what comes out of my body.
Okay, you want to match the message that comes out of your words and out of your body. You want to find a congruent message overall. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, well, you're in the right place. We'll share some things. And thank you. What is your name?
Mark.
That's an awesome name. Name's Mark too. I think we're going to get along. Okay, any other? What is the pain point that you have with your body language?
I like to learn how to speak with clients and negotiations, especially regarding fees and stuff like that. What they say and how their body indicates can be very different. So I try to read them more in the meeting than what they're actually verbally saying. And how they feel towards me, whether they're sitting back, whether they're sitting forward, very aggressive, or just reading them as opposed to what they're telling me.
So you want to understand people better, read them better, see the context, and provide influence and make more sales.
Yes.
Okay, we can help you with that. And what is your name?
Kimberly.
Kimberly, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yes?
Well, body language is important, but how do you balance between gestures and not becoming distracting with your gestures?
Okay.
That's my question.
Body language is important because it tells the world who we are and what we think about every time we come on stage, whether it's speak in front of the audience members or one-on-one. Your question is how not to get carried away?
Yes.
Not to make it too distracting?
Right.
Is that right? Is that distracting when you speak in one-on-one or on stage?
On stage.
Okay, we will address that as well.
Perfect.
Okay? Yes, sir.
So, Mark, I've been a communicator for a long time. One of the things that I know to be true is people make determinants about who you are in the first 7-8 seconds of seeing you, and that has a lot to do with posture. So I want to hear a little bit from you about posture.
Perfect. What is your name?
Wayne.
Wayne, welcome. Can we all look at Wayne right now? What do you think about Wayne? Are you okay? Can we do this? Is that too much your impression?
Absolutely.
Yes, I see this. Okay.
Yes.
When we look at Wayne right now, what do we see?
Confidence.
Confidence. Why?
He's casual,
It's casual.
but yet his shoulders are back, his chin is up. He is a man who knows his worth.
Okay.
Thank you. Are you single?
I think I'm going to be responsible for some matches here. It's not bad. Not a bad day at the office. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you do look confident. You got comfortable in your own skin, and you project that. You dress really well.
Thank you, sir.
Your shoulders are an important indicator about how you feel about yourself, and you occupy the right space.
Yeah.
You occupy, you don't make yourself smaller, don't make yourself enormous, but you make yourself just right. Thank you, and I would like to use Wayne in the future as well. Yes, thanks.
I would like to know how not to look too commanding up on stage, especially when you're trying to be funny. It's really hard when they think I'm about to beat them to death because I take the stage with command and force,
Okay.
and I'm trying to be funny. It's hard to do that.
Okay. I'm not a humorist. I'm not a
Neither am I. I'm an engineer, so by default, I'm not funny. So.
Well, I will do the best I can to show you through my examples what I have used that have worked for me in the past, and based on the evidence that you can use and try and see what works for you. There's no one example or one technique that's going to help you in all aspects of life, but I can tell you different exercises that I've been working in the last several years that helped me to become more authentic and just more fluid on stage. When I first started Toastmasters several years ago, I was very stiff, and people told me, Mark, my gosh, you're just standing out there holding to the lectern. What's wrong with you? Why don't you just?
It's called fear.
Yeah, I have it here right now. Every time you come on stage, you come and you get gripped by fear. But there's techniques and things you can do to help. One of the things I want to point out right away: how many people here have ever taken improv classes? Okay, so about 30% of you. Good. Now, did it help you understand your space, understand your interaction with your partners on stage and with the audience?
Sure.
It did?
Yeah.
Did it elevate you to the next level as a public speaker?
Probably. It was a long time ago, but probably, because it loosens you up.
It does.
It opens your mind.
It does. What was your experience with improv?
My experience was that it made me more loose, because I got used to just being goofy and looking silly.
Okay.
And when I did it in front of all my improv people, then I was more happy to do it on stage.
Okay. Yes, and that's what it is. It's just your identity character is amplified on stage in front of all these people in real time. Quick. You don't have to be funny. You just have to be you. You don't have to be perfect. Just be present, and that helps. Now, how was your experience with improv?
Like I said, I'm an engineer. I'm not funny. So I analyze every question, which is something you're never supposed to do in improv. I only worked on it for about 6 months, and then I moved.
Okay.
But it was the hardest. I had such a hard time because I didn't know what they wanted me to say, because I felt that I had to be funny with everything that came, and that was impossible.
Understand.
Unless I fall, then that's funny, but I can't fall every week.
No. No.
That is tied up
That
with
becomes
the
very
perfection
painful
question.
after a
Yes.
As
while.
long as you lock yourself into perfection, you're stuck.
That's
You have
right.
to let go of the perfect. There is nothing perfect.
Nothing is perfect.
Of course, you can't say that to an engineer.
Well, I respect.
Sorry about that.
I want to highlight. I respect your background. I respect who you are, and I accept you just the way you are. I will share with you what was worked for me. Improv helped me get out of my own shell. In fact, my teacher at improv said, "Mark, stop being funny." He told me that. I said, "No, this is how I talk." He said, "No." I know. He actually yelled at me like this. Maybe I got scared. Did that scare some people? I want to make sure I didn't do this anymore. Okay.
No,
And then-
no one laughed with me, so in your case, at least he told you to stop being funny. They said, "Maria, when are you going to start?"
Okay.
So it's a different story.
Okay, so that's what it is. I will also show you some other things that have helped me when I speaking professionally, and also I was involved in a speech contest last year, and there's representing District 84. How many people competed in the international speech contest?
Well, last year.
At the club
Anytime.
level.
Anytime.
Oh, club level.
Yeah, anytime. One of the things that have helped me as I went from club to area, division, district, and semifinals, breathing. Do you breathe before you speak? Do you think about breathing before you speak? Do you actually sit down in a chair, whatever it is, or you stand and you do that? Okay, well, we'll keep going. We'll find another one. You breathe from your belly. Have you ever seen speakers and you know that they speak from right here? they do belabored breathing, and it's fear, adrenaline, everything happens at million miles an hour in their head, and you can see that they're speaking from their right here. But when you move the breathing down to your belly, what happens? You're still a little bit, you're still a little bit nervous, but you're more relaxed. You're more relaxed.
You're oxygenated.
You're oxygenated. Not only are you oxygenated, but you also give power to your voice. When you breathe from here, your voice is not as strong. But when you breathe from your belly, you become a lot stronger. In fact, I worked with a coach, a breathing coach. And she went with me all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada. And we sat chair to chair. And she said, Mark, let's breathe together. And we just breath one after the other. I know, English is my second language. Please forgive me. Grammarian, is there a grammarian in the room? So I can get the report later.
I'm an engineer by default. I can't speak English correctly.
Well, you can make fun of me. It's allowed.
It's okay.
So breathing does help, because you have to breathe right before you get on stage. Improv does help as well. Okay, I hope as we continue this discussion, it will help, and maybe we can talk afterwards. I'm available to anyone. If you have any questions, I'm here until we have to get back home. Now, any other questions before we move into the content? No? Good. What I'd like to do is an exercise. And we can actually do this exercise twice. We're going to do this now, and we're going to have an exercise just towards the end of the meeting. Would that be okay with everyone?
Sure.
Now, Toastmasters are very friendly, I found. No matter where you are in the world, 135 countries, over 300,000 members, over 14,000 clubs. Now, Toastmasters, what do Toastmasters like to do? Talk and
Listen.
clap. Yes, we clap to everyone, even if you come on stage and you trip over or something happens. Yes, that's first affirmation. I also found that Toastmasters meet each other. We meet each other, we mingle, and we become friends for life. Would you indulge me? Would you meet some of your friends? Maybe some person who is next to you? Maybe just shake their hand. Sure. Just shake their hand. But I want you to just do a little caveat. Hold it just for a little longer than you think is comfortable. Just for a little longer. Shake their hand. Maybe for a second, half a second. Tell each other who they are, where you're from, and why you're here.
Originally from
Born and bred in Pennsylvania.
Where did you say? And now I'm in Colorado Beach, but I can't forget the 5 years in Boca Raton from 1980 to 1987.
You are from all over South Florida.
But you have roots, and I'm rootless. Not rootless, but rootless.
Born and raised in Miami. Never left.
So you are a native and you were born in Miami?
I was.
Okay.
My father's Cuban and my mom's Cuban.
Okay. I see you're a very enthusiastic group. You took it just quite far enough. I hope I didn't make anyone uncomfortable.
No.
That's why I don't live here, so I can do whatever I want. A little bit uncomfortable. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Yes, there's a rating. You're going to rate me. It's okay. Whatever it is, I take everything. I learn from it. Toastmasters, we're continually growing to the next level. This exercise is just to break the ice. When you meet someone for the first time, Toastmasters, networking, improv class, dates, just say, okay, man, I'll just walk away here. Just say, hello, how are you? And just, what I like to do is practice, try to be comfortable in the most uncomfortable. A lot of times people don't like to touch each other. Have you met some people who don't want to shake hands?
Sure.
They want to stand away? I just want you to open that door and for you to practice to be comfortable, being uncomfortable. Now, I also like to have a second step. I like to please, for someone who has not spoken here today, to stand up, tell us who they are, just under 30 seconds. Tell us what you do in 30 seconds. Let's do two people who can stand up, who didn't speak yet, please, and tell us who you are, and let's everyone watch you. Okay, is that you? Oh, you're so great!
Hello everyone, I'm Leanna from the Bahamas.
Okay.
I'm a teacher by profession. I make no apology for that.
Okay. Thank you. Is that it? Perfect. I know, this smart guy, he makes everyone speak. I know. This is why we sit around, so we can swivel in the chair, so it's actually was perfectly positioned for this session. Now, is anyone else would like to be brave enough to stand up and tell us who they are?
Hello everybody, my name is Alvis Hernandez. I'm originally from the Dominican Republic, but I currently live in Boca Raton. We love it here in Florida. I used to live in Chicago too, so I got away from the cold winters. And we think this is paradise.
It is a paradise! I know, I'm from Siberia. This is paradise. Now, remind us the names again, so everyone knows.
Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah. With a name, Elvis.
Okay.
Elvis.
Elvis and?
Liana.
Liana. Thank you for being brave souls and telling us who you are. Now, remember their responses. Did you watch their body language? Did you see their hands? Were they here? Were they here? Did they bring their hands above their shoulders? Did you see movements of shoulders and face? Oh no, but am I the only one? Huh? Yes? No? It's okay. It's not a test. It's all right. Did you? If you didn't see it, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna ask the same people to do. Please do it at the end of the class, and just see the difference that I will show you how you can do. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Now that I have primed your brains, you can do this in the future. Number one question I have. Now that we're gonna start with the content. Question I have is this, and everyone, please participate. How do you show up when you first enter the room? How do you show up? How do you look like? What do you, go ahead, anyone can. We have a conversation, not a monologue.
Well, for me, and this is, I think, something that my father left with me.
Okay.
He entered the room always with this docile smile, and everybody smiled back at him. And he had that laugh that came from here, so
yes, from the
everybody
belly.
laughed at him.
Yes.
So my thing is, I'm 6'3", and I hate to make myself feel small.
Yes.
Which means I don't want to tower and make anybody feel uncomfortable, but I try to stand upright, lift up, and smile.
Okay.
Typically.
So your father gave you the gift of smile and
Yes.
many other things as well,
Yes.
and that have helped you become who you are. Okay, thank you. Now, do you think about how do you enter the room? Do you think about it before you enter an important meeting with your boss, with your client, with anyone? What do you think about?
It depends on my audience or
Okay.
where I'm going.
Okay.
If I'm going to my classroom,
Yes.
I enter being the boss,
Yes.
as a boss,
Okay.
taking charge, command as soon as I enter the room.
Okay.
If I'm going to a meeting with persons that I don't like,
Yes.
then I might sneak through a back door
Yes.
so as not to be seen.
Okay.
Quietly get to my place. So it depends on my audience.
Depends
or
on your
where I'm
audience.
going.
And I'm sorry you have to deal with somebody you don't like. That's a fact of life. But we'll work through it. What I'd like to offer you as a gift, I've developed a system of 3 O's every time you enter the room. I'm sorry, my computer have died. I do have sign-up sheet. I will forward you the slides and the information if you provide your email. The first O is, what is your objective? What is the objective that you have with the room? Do you want to have a dialogue or monologue? Are you open or are you closed off? Body language will help you to be open. Look at me right now. Can you see me? Okay. What do you see in my body language?
You're open.
I'm open. Specifically, what do you see? What stands out?
Hands, legs.
My hands? Hands are towards you, right? My torso is open. Have you ever seen speakers who, I kind of got like this position right here, like
Oh,
this?
the T-Rex?
The T-Rex, yes. Or the
Yeah.
penguin.
Little arms.
That's right. How does T-Rex play baseball?
Very carefully.
That's right. I don't know how they play, but
Very well.
I call this the penguin posture because you get stuck here. You can. I also call this the cheeses posture.
The what posture?
Cheeses.
Cheez-Its?
No, no.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
It does sound like it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Sounds like cheeses, like Cheeto or something.
Jesus.
That's what-
When you stand up, you open your feet to the person you're speaking with. You don't have it closed or pointing to the door because you want to get out. Let's see who wants to get out. Okay. But you open it to the audience and you have your palms open. Now, do you think other people will notice that you have your palms open to them or open gestures or your torso up? Do you think they will notice, like, oh, this guy Mark, he's trying to do something, but I just don't know what it is? People don't notice. It's sad, but they don't. So every time you enter the room, think about the objective. Are you open to have a dialogue or a monologue with your audience? Second, well, that was objective, open. And third is off-stage beat. People, have you been to a theater? You've seen actors and actresses glide onto the stage, ooze with something, and you know that they want something. They're going somewhere and they want to do something. Is that right? So they have an emotion deep inside that they're actually trying to bring onto the stage. And you cannot take your eyes off them. Have you ever seen those actors?
Mhm.
It's originated from Stanislavski, he's a Russian director, very proud. He called this the method acting, where the actor recalls the emotion before they ever take the stage. Now, actors, they have many takes. They can do it over and over and over and over again. We don't. One of the things that helps me to feel confident before I enter any room is to recall an emotion. When I felt, tasted, smelled, participated when I was a winner. Say I won a district championship. Yes! So happy after months of working with a contest which felt like a jealous lover taking all my time. Yes, nobody got that joke. I'm sorry. It's okay. What I'd like to do is, if you could turn around to your partners, please, and help me. How much time do we have left, Madam Timer?
We have got, let's see, we are hitting the 20-minute mark.
Cool. I think we're going right on an excellent time. Would you indulge me and turn to your partner? And this is the question I'd like for you to work with as you consider this exercise. Ask or answer this question. When was the time when you felt at your best? You can think about it. What is the time that you felt like a winner? Or specifically, when was the time you felt at your best? And please share that with each other. And then we'll do the results. For a minute each, minute and a half. When you felt at your best.
You're asking me?
Yeah, go. Start.
Well,
Last time?
When would you feel at your very best?
You have an answer first?
I'm asking you.
you need it.
Oh, goodness, I'm not sure
I
yet.
always want this one.
Just what I can recall is I had held my own meetings yesterday with one of my clients, and it was
So I felt my best times, but
doing work that I love to do, which is tax structuring.
level.
What was it about that experience?
It's something that I've desired to do. I've been learning and gaining more experience, and I conducted my meeting, and I went to the full meeting, and it was a good feeling. So very powerful, very positive feeling.
All right then. So
That was a
I'm
good
just
question
wondering
because
though,
I'm so
was
frustrated
the
with things right now.
accomplishment,
I'm
was
going
it
through a lot
your
of transition
personal
on
goal
so
or
it's
was
hard,
it
a lot of
like the group's
sad things.
goal?
So
Because
it's
this
been
would
really
be
hard
part
to
of
feel like when
Yeah, it was
have I felt like
meeting. There was
success.
another
But I have
attorney.
to
There
say,
were clients.
there was a client that my partner and I
I
went
know
out
effort. It was a person.
and we got them.
Oh, okay.
They turned in,
Yeah, I would
they
agree.
turned out to be a
Those are the very
nice
best
client.
accomplishments.
But it was a very big
I was
moment
thinking,
when
as a
we
matter of fact, I'm glad you went first because I
and
was stalling
we
a
had
little
finished the
bit.
meeting
The
and it was
best
just
that I ever
beautiful.
felt,
We were at
I
the,
don't know the
I don't
exact
think it's
date,
what
it
Ritz
was
Center.
New
We were
Year's
in
Eve,
another
2007.
hotel name, but it's on
Being
it's up in
pretty
Palm
much
Beach,
a
it's
native of
the
South
water,
Florida,
it's
I see
gorgeous
my
environment.
cooler environment. So I decided
That
to
was
do
just such a
something
wonderful
unique.
moment. I really felt like, I just
Okay.
And when I arrived, I
spent
think
3
it was
hours
a very
selling,
bold
I was
design
selling
above zero, but it
Okay.
did
so I think
fall
that's
below
when I feel
zero.
my
for a considerable period. And I just remembered on New Year's Eve watching people celebrating in their own way. And I said, that's all well and good, but it's not the way I would celebrate. I'm going to celebrate by taking a 7-mile walk. And I was somewhat underdressed for it, but at least I did have a big overcoat. And I surprised myself. I was able to walk. I think I walked for about 2 hours. I made several stops on the table.
Okay.
Where I got I felt exhilarated.
Okay. I do have a bell. It's like a cowbell. Hello, everyone. Thank you. I hope maybe this conversation you have started will continue in the hallway or tonight at a hospitality bar. Is there a bar here?
Sure.
There is?
There better be.
Downstairs.
There better be.
Better be. Okay. Long day?
No, just better be.
Of course, Toastmasters. That's how we do it. How do you feel? How do you feel when you talk about when you were at your best? Smiling?
I love it.
It's good to
Okay.
recall those
Huh?
feelings.
It's good to recall those feelings, isn't that right? Now remember how it felt. One of the other questions I also ask is, if all your dreams came true 10, 15 years from now, how would you feel? Now just look at me and think about it for a moment. If all your dreams came true 10, 15 years from now.
5 maybe? 5 years?
Okay,
Maybe
let's do
5 years because 10,
10?
15 is
Let's do
it's
5.
too late.
It's too, the world is moving too fast. Okay.
You're too young. Most of us aren't.
It's never too late.
Thank you!
Just
Kim
5
he
years.
says never too late. I love it. Okay. So maybe close your eyes.
Okay.
Close your eyes for a moment. And now think about, in 5 years, if all your dreams came true, who would you be with? What would you be doing? What are you going to be thinking about? 5 years. Just think about it, just for a moment. You can look at me, look at yourself. Everything is okay. Some of you are smiling. Are you here? Are you somewhere else? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Now, what this does, it activates the portions of your brain where you're open to experiences. Openness is key with body language if you want to not impress, but impress upon and have the influence with the audience, whether it's audience of 1 or audience of thousands. Now, our friends who were so brave in the beginning, would you mind please stand up one more time and just tell us who you are and what brought you here again? Now, please, everyone, watch your body language.
Hello everyone, I am Liana from the Bahamas. I'm a teacher by profession and I make no apology for that. I love what I do. I'm enjoying my stay here and I can't wait for the sessions to end to party.
Thank you for that. Now, you just gave us 2 more sentences to the beginning when you first said it. Did you remember what she said?
Yeah.
What did she say when she first started?
She stopped at I make no excuses for
Yeah.
And then she sat down.
Yeah.
Did you also notice that she had this type of gesture right here, just above her torso? Did you notice that? She had it here too, but what else did she have? Openness.
Yeah.
She played it out. And did you think about those gestures, or they came naturally?
They came naturally after.
Look at you! This is. I think you're already at the tasting the goods to come. I still like it. See, when you. That's right. You become more fluid. Recall the emotion when you were at your best. Find a friend and talk to them. Be the best. I've seen you. I've seen you do this. I believe in you. Being authentic, somebody who believes in you, yeah, take them around everywhere you go. So you feel good. That's what it, believe it or not, I'm blessed. I have many teams, many coaches that I take, and we travel together, and we go to engagements, speaking opportunities, everywhere I go. And you know what those people do and I do for them? We uplift each other. and my performance is so much better every time. And I've been doing this for years. It helps me every time. Now, when you think about the emotion that made you feel alive, what do all your dreams come true in 5 to 10 years? And also, when you were at your best, your subconscious takes over. You don't even have to think about what is the gesture I should do. Should I do like the steeple, or what is this gesture right here? You guys know?
Nerves.
Yes? What else?
It's like a crab.
It's what?
I said it looks like a crab.
It does! I think we have unconscious mind coupling. It's called a spider doing push-ups in the mirror. It means nothing. It means nothing. When you allow your body to be open to have a dialogue with any audience, your gestures become natural. You don't even have to think about it. Because when you think about it, you think, oh, I should extend my fingers, I should move my shoulders. You become robotic. The less you think about it, the better you become. And the more open you are, the more honest you are. Every time you take a stage to speak, you take a risk. In fact, this is all adults, you become naked. You become vulnerable. You may do too much or too little. People will judge you. In 2-3 seconds, right away. This is how the world works. But when you open to have a dialogue, not a monologue, your gestures and your body language will tell the world who you really are. Let's ask from Elvis. Would you tell us who you are and what brought you here? No, everyone watch here.
My name is Elvis Hernandez. I'm from the Dominican Republic. I moved to Chicago about 12 years ago. But around 4 years ago, we moved to Florida and we love it here. We think this is paradise.
You're good. You're good the first time around, second time around, and you're exceptional as well. Now let's focus on Elvis. What did you see differently this time? Or was it the same?
It was different.
How was it? How do you feel?
He looked more rigid when I walked in and just talking this thing, and he had his hands to his side, like they were
Yes.
straight
Yes.
to his side. And this time it was more like wavy.
That's right. It was wavy because that's how he felt to communicate with us at this point in time. And the less you think about your gestures, the better you become. Improv, breathing are just auxiliary tools. What really works is your mind. You have to think about what is the objective, are you open, and what is the offstage beat. And then think about the emotions when you felt like a winner. If you want to talk, walk, and look like a leader, you have to act like one. How many people here have heard about Amy Cuddy?
I just watched her video.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
This morning.
Well, it was on TED Talk.
She is professor at Harvard Business School. She teaches MBA students business strategy. How many people have heard about her story?
Say the name again?
Amy Cuddy.
Amy Cuddy.
She was identified as brilliant, got a car accident, was out of the college, then she had to climb and crawl back into her identity as an intelligent woman. She did a research on body language. And she has said, if fake it until you
Make it.
become it. Fake it until you become it. One of the things that helped me when I first started on this journey of body language is your body tells you how to feel. Not you don't tell your body tells you how to feel. Okay, let's do one more exercise. I know this is the last one, and we'll get out of here. How much time?
Promise.
Huh?
32 minutes.
Huh?
8 minutes.
Okay, let's do this exercise. Every time you want to give yourself a boost, you want to lower your cortisol and raise up your testosterone in both men and women, do this exercise. Could you please stand up? And if you cannot stand up or don't want to, it's okay. It's not a prison, just those masters. Now take this 2 hands and raise them up. Maybe you're Wonder Woman, or maybe you just won. What did you win? Running sprint, right? You remember you won the marathon? Yes. Just take this like this. Amy Cuddy, she called this Superman or Wonder Woman or Starfish Up, and just hold this. Now, if you don't want to hold this, it's fine. You can actually do this too. Whatever is more comfortable for you. I don't want to push you. Just occupy the space that is most comfortable for you. Now, when you do this for at least 2 minutes, or 1 minute, or 30 seconds, your body tells you you're confident, you're competent, and even you're charismatic. Okay, you can sit down, that's fine. See, everyone, how do you feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Energized.
Energized. Now, if as you leave this room and all these people, you hold your hands up and you're like, what is this about? I want to understand. Just tell. Well, we have to be a little bit, Toastmasters world. Amy Cuddy sent you. Just take this position, you will feel a lot better, and you become more charismatic. Now, I want to finish off with this, because we have a lot of time with interaction. If you sign up for my email, I'll send you the slide deck about this information. You can keep it and use it. There's a lot more, but I don't have a lot of time left. Every time you have a conversation with someone, there's two conversations, right? There's words and there's body language. It's amplified every time you take a stand. Take a stand. You take a stage. I'm gonna have to edit this out in post-production. Every time you take a stage, you expose yourself. When you expose yourself, you become vulnerable. And that's a risk. And we want to avert risk. We want to sit, we want to close up, we want to make sure that nobody judges us. But in order to become authentic leader on stage and off, forget about being protective. Be open. Tell your mind to be open, and your mind will find the right gestures. It's not just one gesture. It's a constellation of gestures that will make you more fluid. Breathing, improv, coaches, Amikari, it will get you there. But you have to do a lot of work. Do you see I have two cameras here? Yes, I actually have more. But everywhere I go, I record myself every time. I record myself so I can see my face, my eyes, my head, my shoulders, my legs, my fingers, my feet, my body, everything. How many people record themselves? Okay, 30%. Good. Very enthusiastic. Now, you record yourself. That's step one. Do you watch yourself? Okay, how many people watch? 2! No. Okay, you watch yourself. A lot of people tell me, Mark, I cannot watch myself. I cringe like this. Do you cringe when you watch yourself, or do you like this?
Not cringy, it's just stressful.
It is stressful.
I did the first
Very
one myself.
stressful.
Huh?
I did the very first video I saw of myself.
Okay.
I was like, dang, that's bad.
Well, our words become a reality. If you keep saying that, that will become what it is. If you tell yourself a different script, it will slowly change you in a different direction. When you record yourself, I record myself, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos. Not only that, I send it to everyone, the whole world, and I crowdsource the feedback. And people tell me, because our knowledge is limited, our immediate circle is limited, but when you send it out to the world and you open for the feedback, you become faster, you become better, quicker, and a lot faster. Every time you watch yourself, I invite you to take a video language diary. Not just when you speak, but when you have a conversation. When you sit with your coach and just see your mannerisms and just watch yourself. And your skills as a public speaker and leader will elevate. See, I believe there's magic in knowing your body language, because it makes you much better who you are and becomes everything that you are. Now, do you have the magic? You do?
Yes.
Okay, now go there and do it. That's it. Sign up for the newsletter, and I'll see you next time.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yes.
Oh, certainly a master. I'm so glad I came here. And Mark, we would like to present you with a certificate of appreciation because you are appreciated. Thank you for your expertise, and thank you for sharing with us today. It's been our pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And I invite you to fill out the evaluation forms. They're very important, and turn those back into me before you head out. And thank you so much for your time, everyone.
Do we have some forms back here, please?
Absolutely. We've got plenty for everyone.
Let's take David, could you take a photograph?
Yes.
I mean, show here for the future reference. Say, oh, I was there.
Yeah, sure.
I
Okay,
can
that's
use
it.
Yes.
Both? It's okay.
Hopefully.
If anyone would like a copy of my presentation deck, I have the sign-up sheet up front.